Hello everybody and welcome back to Red Devils TV. Now, United are pretty much through to Wembley at this point. United have pretty much made the final of the League Cup. It's a great night for Manchester United fans. And for me personally, it's a good night because it's a game that I thought would happen. It's the game that I predicted pretty much. I said that United would control the possession. United would just win the game comfortably, and that's exactly what happened tonight. The only thing is that obviously we've got the second leg next Wednesday, and I'm looking forward to it because I'm actually going to be at Old Trafford. So if you're if you're a fan of the channel and you are at Old Trafford next Wednesday, then obviously if you want to get in contact and meet up before the game or after the game, and we'll do an interview, give you predictions of the game, or give your match reactions of the game, meet me outside at Old Trafford and we'll organise something. So get in the comments down below or contact me on Twitter if you are interested in that. But yes, we're currently on 547 subscribers at the time of recording. So if you are interested, then obviously just get in touch with me. But yes, we are on the road to 600 subscribers. So please subscribe to the channel, share this video with your friends and let them know about Red Devils TV, because we're coming for that top spot of the #1 fan content channel of Manchester United fan channels. So anyway, let's get right into the review of the match. So really, it was a very comfortable game. United players played really well. We were quite lucky actually, because the game could have gone two ways. It could have either gone the way which it did, or it could have gone the way after Nottingham Forrest got their equaliser, because obviously I think it was Sam Sturridge, their striker, was just offside when he scored their goal. If that goal had stayed, then the game changes completely, and the game becomes a complete different game. And United have to work 10 times harder. United then have to just pursue a lot more and make it a much more challenging game. So thankfully it didn't happen, and like I said, we won comfortably. United just oozed with confidence. We were just amazing, really. So for me, I just want to talk about some certain individual players, and I'm also going to admit as well, which I will admit now, that I was wrong about Anthony. Okay, obviously he didn't score tonight, but he looked a lot better. He looked a lot better, and I did say on Twitter, because obviously I just think that, I mean, Anthony had 3 clear-cut chances. I've actually no 4 now thinking about it, and he had 2 on target and 2 off target. And he didn't challenge the keeper, really. The best chance he had, you could really say, was the chance that he missed, where he forced it to cut onto his left foot, when that shot was clearly meant for his right foot. And Gary Neville even said it on commentary that Anthony should have hit it first time with his right foot and troubled the keeper. But what did he do? He stood still, moved the ball onto his left, and then kicks it out, and it goes out of play. It was a pointless shot that Anthony made. And hopefully, whatever Erik ten Hag has done to rejuvenate Marcus Rashford, what I'm hoping for is that it happens to Anthony, it happens to Sancho, it happens to players who don't seem to have all the confidence in the world at the moment like Marcus Rashford does, because Marcus Rashford's in the form of his life at the moment, and that's down to his confidence. That's down to just because the player in Marcus Rashford has always been there, and he has always shown this potential, Marcus Rashford, but now he's got a serious coach who's going to work on him and develop him every single day and make him a better and better player. And that's what certain United players have been missing throughout these previous seasons under previous managers. But like I said, I was talking about Anthony. The biggest on-target chance that Anthony had was when he shot it right at the keeper. Obviously, the keeper makes a save, and then Weghorst gets his first goal for Manchester United. It was a good goal, by the way. Obviously, the keeper should have done better and hit it out wide instead of hitting it directly back to Weghorst. But Weghorst, he did really well. I saw a statistic where on Twitter where he completed all 20 of his passes tonight. So the hold-up play was really good off Weghorst tonight. And yeah, it was a good game from Weghorst, and obviously he got his first goal. Hopefully that's first of many. I've said that Weghorst will get over 8 goals on this current loan spell in all competitions, so I think that's going to be a good loan spell. And you know, it's another goal that we wouldn't have had. I don't think Martial gets to that ball in time if Martial's in that position where Weghorst is, but that's just my opinion. I don't have an agenda against Martial. I just think that Weghorst has that killer instinct where he wanted to get that ball. So yeah, like I said, Marcus Rashford, he got the first goal within 5 minutes, and it just set Nottingham Forest fans quiet. It just set the silence. United fans pretty much singing the entire match through. It was a brilliant atmosphere from the TV. I wish I was there, but again, I get to go to Old Trafford next week, and I'm really looking forward to that. I'm on pitch side. I'm going to try and get some good footage, and obviously YouTube will take it down and probably copyright claim it and stuff. So I might make a YouTube Shorts collab or something out of it, or make a separate video for best moments caught on camera. So yeah, I'll talk about a few other players as well. David De Gea, he didn't really have anything really to do today, so I'm not doing my player ratings just yet. I just want to review a few players. Actually, no, I'll do my player ratings now, actually. So obviously it ends 3-0. It's a clean sheet, simple. I mean, what do you call it? David De Gea, he didn't really have to do much today. I mean, the goal that Nottingham Forest scored, that was offside. He couldn't really do anything about that. It was a good counter-attacking goal from Nottingham Forest. They beat us on the break, and obviously our defence just was too far up, and Sam Johnson just got the better of the defence, and obviously he beat De Gea fair and square, but obviously he was just offside, so De Gea keeps his clean sheet, but De Gea still gets a 7 out of 10 for me. Obviously he made the saves that he needed to save. He looked a bit better on corners today. I mean, he did a punch and then he made a good save from what's he called? There was a player for one of the Nottingham Forest players where De Gea punches the ball away from a corner, and then on the volley the Nottingham Forest player boots it and De Gea is forced to make the save. So De Gea had a few good saves that he had to make, and obviously he keeps the clean sheet. So yeah, De Gea gets a 7 out of 10 for me tonight. Same with Wan-Bissaka. He gets his clean sheet. He made a few good tackles. He looked quite solid. I mean, he had a shaky game against Crystal Palace and Arsenal, but again, Wan-Bissaka proved that he is a very good fullback, and the only thing that he really needs to work on is his on-the-ball ability and defending the back post. And then pretty much I think then Wan-Bissaka will be a pretty much solid defender, because as a one-on-one defender, he's one of the best in the league in my opinion. And if he just enhances his ability as a defender and becomes a more modern fullback, it will really help out his game. It will help out certain players in the team as well, which I'm going to get onto in a moment. Lindelof, I felt like Lindelof was the shakiest one playing for United today. I'll give him a 6.5. He didn't play as well as Wan-Bissaka, but I think he played just better than average, so he gets a 6.5 for me. And obviously it's understandable that Lindelof didn't have the best of performances because he's not played for a while, and it's a semi-important game. But again, he has a lot of class players around him, so he could have been a bit more relaxed in my opinion. He did have a few little mess ups where he did press a bit more forward. He reminded me more of a stopper type of defender tonight, where obviously he stayed a bit further back when Martinez was pushing a lot more forward up the pitch. So yeah, I felt like Lindelof had a good performance, but obviously it's been his first game in a while. He looked a bit shaky, but he wasn't terrible tonight, and he was just better than average. So he does get a 6.5 out of 10 for me. Martinez gets my man of the match. I mean, I felt like that Gary Neville and the pundits gave the right decision. If you look at his statistics for this game, there's too many to count. He pretty much got the first statistic. Literally, if you see his statistics, it says first. He was the best player on that pitch tonight. Martinez is a warrior. Martinez is just my favourite player. I mean, I've got his name on the back of my shirt, and when I'm at Old Trafford next week, I am going to try and get him to sign this shirt, because I will get this shirt framed. I love Martinez. He's one of my favourite players at Manchester United. I love him to bits. But anyway, like I was saying, Martinez gets a 9 from me, and I'd say you could say that's quite high, but like I said, I think he was the best player on that pitch tonight. He was incredible. He was strong. He goes for the ball no matter what, and I just love him. I just think that like Roy Keane said after the match, that you want to be in the trenches with a player like Martinez, because if you go 2-0 down, I guarantee that Martinez is one of the players that will literally, like, if you go into a game at 2-0 at half, they're down at half time, I can guarantee you Martinez is one of them players that is hyping you up, that's saying we've still got this, we've still got another 45, they've scored 2 in 45, we can score 3, etc. And that's what I love about Martinez. He's a warrior, he's perfect for Manchester United, and I think he could be our future captain. His leadership skills, he's got the right mentality, and he's the type of like player and the personality that United have been missing from this squad for years. And just pure passion, wanting to play, fight for the badge type player. He's been amazing, and yeah, I just love Martinez to bits. So yeah, Martinez gets my man of the match and a 9 out of 10 for me, which is I think is actually the highest rating I've actually ever given on this channel. So I'm so happy it's gone to the right player. Malacia gets the same as Wan-Bissaka. He gets a 7. I felt like Malacia. Malacia also reminds me a bit of a dog. Like he like when Malacia plays, I see a player that wants to play. He doesn't like drop his standards. He's always trying to get that ball. He's always trying to fight off whoever he's going against. And I actually really like when he becomes a more inverted midfielder, inverted fullback, and he pretty much becomes a wide midfielder. And he just helps out with the build-up play on the left-hand side. And I think that I really want a player like Gusto at Manchester United, literally the right side of Malacia. I felt that way with DJ Spence, who went to Spurs from Nottingham Forest as well, who was at Middlesbrough, but he was on loan to Nottingham Forest, and then he got sold to Spurs in the summer. I feel that way about DJ Spence. I think DJ Spence is a great fullback, a great attacking fullback, and I think he's the right side of Malacia. And if United were to sell Wan-Bissaka, either Gusto or DJ Spence, I would take it Manchester United for a backup. I think they're both great fullbacks. But like I said, this is about Malacia. Malacia, he helps up with the build-up play on that left-hand side. He's very physical. He's always getting involved with tackles and challenges, and he doesn't back down, that's for sure. And Luke Shaw's got great competition with Malacia, because Luke Shaw drops his standards. We've got a great fullback that can come in for Luke Shaw. Casemiro, he gets a 7.5 for me. You can tell he was missed in the Arsenal game, and even though the Arsenal game was relatively close, you can tell that what Casemiro does, the calmness he brings to the midfield, the calmness he brings to the team, is a world-class Rolls Royce, and he's just perfect. And yeah, I love Casemiro to bits. He's got 7 goal contributions now in all competitions. That's 2 more currently, more than what he had at Real Madrid last season. He had 5 goal contributions in all competitions last season, and this season he's already got 7. So that's just brilliant. And he, even though he's a defensive master, he also likes to get forward, and he doesn't mind getting his head on the ball. He doesn't mind like charging with the ball and having a strike or something. He's a very good player, and I love him to bits. So he's one of my favourite players. So yeah, Casemiro gets a 7.5 out for me. Eriksen, he gets a 7 for me. I think like I said with Anthony, Eriksen had a much better game today. He seemed a lot more confident on the ball. Again, there was a part in the first half when Nottingham Forest were on the counter attack and Casemiro was further up the pitch than Eriksen was. I don't know why that happened, but I think it was Brennan Johnson. No, not Brennan Johnson. His son. The other Johnson, he dribbled past Casemiro, and then Eriksen was behind Casemiro, and then all Eriksen does is that he just sticks his foot out. He doesn't make the challenge. And I said to my granddad that this is my frustration with Eriksen, that he's not defensively aware, and it's so frustrating when you're playing with Casemiro, because Casemiro will make you look great. Casemiro will do 90% of your job when it comes to defending. But if a situation like that happens with Casemiro, where he's further up the pitch than Eriksen is, and Eriksen's the last man in the midfield to do the defending, it's ropes, and then you're having to rely on defence then, because I don't rely on Eriksen when it comes to the last man defence in the midfield. But going forward, like I say many times, Eriksen's great going forward. Just defensively, he's a liability, and he either really needs to work on it, or as soon as we bring in a new midfielder, hopefully in the summer, or maybe if we somehow bring Tielemans in, which we need to do in January, literally, as soon as we bring a proper box-to-box midfielder in, I think our midfield's complete. I mean, Eriksen can just rotate with Bruno constantly, because I think that's a great competition for the number 10 spot. I think they're both great for the number 10 positions. Antony, like Eriksen, he gets a 7 from me. I felt like, obviously I've already pretty much explained about Antony. He had 4 good chances, 2 were off target, and 2 were on target, and 1 led to a goal. Obviously the shot that went straight to the keeper, then it deflected off the keeper from a poor judgment save, and then Weghorst got his goal. So yeah, I felt like Antony had a better game tonight. And my only issue with Antony is that I feel like that that goal, that shot that I explained before, that with Antony, that he's always going to cut in on that left foot. He doesn't have the confidence to hit with his right foot, and that's worrying, because realistically, how do you get the best out of Antony? Because it feels like that it's going to take a lot of work to get him confidence on that right foot. So how can we actually adapt Antony to become a better winger? Because he's always going to cut in on that left foot. So realistically, we need our right back to become more attacking, to make them overlapping runs, so then Antony can pass towards them so they can make the cross, because it seems that Antony's always going to cut in and shoot, or cut in and make an inverted cross. But if you want an out-swinging cross, then that's when you're going to need a fullback, or the number 10, mainly Bruno Fernandes, starts making more closer runs to Antony, so Antony can then start making a pass where he can pass it to Bruno, who's getting in between the defence, and then Antony can then run into more of the central area to get to maybe receive the ball back from Bruno, or Bruno to create a chance for another player. That's where I think you get the best out of Antony. I think the way where he constantly cuts on this left foot is quite weakening at the moment, and I think that's where the frustration is. But I personally think that's the best. That's how you get the best out of Antony. Weghorst, he gets an 8 from me. Got his first goal. He pretty much 100% pass completion. I mean, obviously that's like a good stat. His hold-up play was really good. He was strong. He got a few good chances, and as soon as you create for him, he scored the goal. And that's obviously been a main issue at Manchester United for many years. United not creating enough for their number 9. Sorry. I mean, Ronaldo got 22 goals last season in all competitions, and I felt like he could have scored more because we hardly created for Cristiano Ronaldo. So I feel like with Weghorst, the more chances you create, if you create Weghorst 4 or 5 chances a game, guarantee you he scores one of them, or has a very clear-cut good chance where the keeper makes a remarkable save, or the defender makes a last-ditch tackle. But yeah, last player, Marcus Rashford. Just what can I say? I mean, the guy is in the form of his life, the confidence, he looks like a different player. Marcus Rashford could be in contender for one of the best players in world football at the moment. And people might say United fans just overhyping Rashford, he's not that good. Believe me, if you think Marcus Rashford's not a good player this season, then you are in cuckoo land. You are absolutely delusional if you think Marcus Rashford is not in contender for player of the season in the Premier League. He will definitely be Manchester United's player of the season, that's for sure. And I don't really know who else can take it off him. Maybe Casemiro or Martinez. But apart from that, no one's coming clear when it comes to the goal threat that Marcus Rashford creates. The only player of the season that he can be is either Casemiro or Martinez based on current form. So yeah, I just want to say the rejuvenation that Marcus Rashford has had this season, it's just like his attitude, what Ten Hag has done to him, it's just amazing. And I'm so glad that we've got this Marcus Rashford currently, because I don't know where we'd be without him, because obviously Weghorst is new, Antony's new, Garnacho's still learning, Alanga I don't rate, and Palestri's obviously not had enough game time. The list goes on. So realistically, Marcus Rashford is our front man. He's our main goal scorer currently, and he's doing absolutely, he's just supreme. That's all I've got to say. He's quality. He's just the best. So yeah, obviously we'll talk about substitutions real quick. Who came on? We had Garnacho. I'll give Garnacho a 6.5. He didn't really do much when he came on. Palestra. Palestra. I'll give Palestri a 7 actually. I noticed Palestri more than Garnacho did. Palestri obviously he had 2 chances when he came on the pitch. Obviously he got caught up with the defender, and then obviously Palestri then caused the goal for Bruno's goal. I completely forgot Bruno scored actually. Yes, but Bruno Fernandes obviously also scored. Did I give Bruno a rating? I don't think I did I? I don't think. No, I've not talked about Bruno. Oh my god. Yeah, Bruno Fernandes. I'll give Bruno an 8 as well, like Marcus Rashford. Have I seriously not just done my ratings? Wait, what? Oh my god, I've gone in full panic mode now. Antony got a 7. Weghorst got a 7. Rashford gets an 8. Bruno gets an 8. Yeah, and Martinez, my man of the match, gets a 9. Yeah, that's fine. Palestri gets a 7 for me. I'm all up to scratch now. I felt like Palestri looks really good when he came on the pitch. I really like the look of Palestri. Hopefully he goes on loan, because really he was quite far deep into the season now. I really want him to start against Reading in the FA Cup this weekend. I think that'll be a great opportunity for him to attract some possible possible loan spells for him. Hopefully it's in England where he can learn his trade like what Amad Diallo's doing. I would love to see Palestra in the Championship for the rest of the season. Same with Alanga. Alanga got the assist for Bruno, so I'm going to have to give him a 6.5. He wasn't really on the pitch long, he was only on for 5 minutes, but he created, the ball dropped to Alanga. It was a great pass, and then obviously Bruno with a great finish. So yeah, obviously who else came on? Fred came on. I felt like Fred played quite well as well. So yeah, I think that's everyone. I'm pretty sure that's everyone. I don't think we made 5 substitutions today. We might have. Let me think. I don't think we did. I think it was only the 4 substitutions today. It was Palestri, Garnacho, Alanga, and Fred. I'm pretty sure they were the only substitutions. If I'm missing anyone, then I'm sorry. But if you have, then I don't remember. You didn't do a good enough job, and you get a 6 if you did play. But yeah, thank you for watching today's video. Like I said, road to 600 subscribers. We're currently on 547 at the time of recording. So yes, is it 547? Yeah, I think it is, yeah. So yeah, thank you for watching today's video. Like I said, please remember to like, subscribe, comment and share. Share this video with your friends if you're this far into the video. Make sure you hit your comments down below. Let me know your comments down below of what you thought of the match and what type of content you'd like to come on this channel. But yes, thank you for watching today's video, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.